Oh wow, this is a good one. First, for those who are less familiar with the things involved in this story, we're going to need some background. Kit and Krista were two people who appeared in Nintendo-made videos for the English-speaking audience, namely those in the US, basically as the hosts. These videos were a recurring segment on Nintendo's YouTube page called Nintendo Minute. What each video was about would vary.
Whoops. All right.
It's raining.
It's raining.
Challenges abound for you.
There we go.
But usually the point of them was to drum up some attention on Nintendo products that felt less corporate and ad-like and more candid.
All right, so we've taken a little break from PAX, getting out to see some of the local sights and sounds of Seattle, which is a really beautiful place.
It's really beautiful here.
Yeah, well,
so
the
we're
waterfront
down by the waterfront.
is not far from PAX at all.
Just like a few blocks away.
Yeah. This park in particular has a landmark that I really like.
Yes.
This piece of local art that seems to resemble Mario.
There's something up there that looks like somebody we know.
I'm not sure that's how they planned it, but that's what it looks like to me. Anyhow, we're playing some games. What are you playing?
Okami. I'm actually really...
You're playing Okami HD.
I am playing Okami HD. That's true. I'm very close to the end of this game.
You're much further than I am.
I've been playing this game a lot, and it's so fun. It's so nice to revisit this game on Nintendo Switch. And I'm like, I think I'm close to the last dungeon at this point, so pretty close to finishing.
I'm playing this as well, but not quite as far along as you. I played this on a recent trip to Japan, which is a really amazing way to do it.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm playing a game called Bad North, which is an indie game. We had this on one of our Nindy Showcase videos, but it's a RTS. But it kind of strips out a lot of the complications that you normally see in an RTS, and you just sort of have, normal swordsmen, spearmen, and archers, and you're just on these islands all the time, and you get attacked by these invaders. Here they come, and they just kind of, come in from different points where you have to be ready. So yeah, I like this one a lot. I think as far as PAX overall, that's something that's stood out to me too, is the indie games are so much more front and center than I ever remember them being.
Yeah.
This year you just walk in and into one of the big halls, and the first thing you see is this giant
booth
for the messenger, which is...
While these were Nintendo produced videos, it's clear that these two did have some say in what they would do for a video. I watched some of these here and there when they aired, and I found them interesting because Nintendo Minute felt like a look into what the company perceived its audience was interested in outside of its own corporate culture. Anyways, Nintendo Minute is done, and these two are now on their own, not working for Nintendo anymore. Now I'm interested in hearing from them, because they are no longer being paid to act unconditionally positive about the company as PR people. And oh boy, things are already getting interesting. But before we go there, I need to explain to the casual normies out there what a Nuzlocke is. A Nuzlocke is a type of challenge run of a Pokémon game where the player self-imposes an extra set of rules to make the game more difficult, and most often more exciting. You see, Pokémon games aren't exactly known for being difficult, and there's those of us who really enjoy replaying our old games. Let me emphasize that this is a way to play the game. Nuzlocke runs can be and are done on official hardware with authentic, unmodified copies of the game. Nuzlocke runs are entirely dependent on players making their own decisions that can be made within the game. Isn't that the point of strategy games and RPG games? Well, apparently not. Honestly, I think this bit of info that just came out needs to be heard from the ones who were there for it. I'm going to just play this whole clip of Kit and Krista uninterrupted and let it speak for itself.
And if so, do you have any stories to tell? Well, we have a great story to tell about this, where we thought that this would be a fun idea for a Nintendo Minute video.
We did, yeah.
So we pitched it to the Pokemon company and say, hey,
not get slapped.
We would like to do a Nuzlocke run. What do you think?
And they thought they were going to fire us.
They said, here's what we think. Bam!
Yeah, no, seriously. I was like, oh, shoot.
So they said, we consider this to be on the same level as using hack game, ROM hacks.
How is that the same?
Excuse me?
I don't know how they get to these decisions.
This is just a style of playing a game that everybody can buy. There's no hacking.
Yeah, they're
just
not
playing
using
the game.
anything weird.
that was truly, again, one of the more like,
what?
wait, what? Responses.
Yeah. And there was a lot of creators that played Nuzlocke a style of Pokemon. They got like erased from their creator
gone.
program.
So now you can see like why people got afraid to propose what seemed like very basic ideas.
Yeah.
Because there was such just unpredictability of like,
Of
am I going to get
reactions?
like in huge trouble for suggesting
We really did. Like we
normal
got in
thing?
huge, and like the thing is like once you get in trouble,
Then
they
that's your
don't wanna-
reputation.
They don't want to trust you
Yeah.
again. You like lose access to all
Right.
these things.
So you do nothing
exactly, or you make curry
and you just skate by.
Okay, now that that's been shown, let me just say that whoever at Pokemon Company said this is a fucking idiot. Seriously, we need to unpack this, and as someone who understands how this stuff works, I could thoroughly debunk anyone who tried to defend this stupid, tired rhetoric on fangaming that just won't go away. No, ROM hacks are not harmful to a company's success. The reason why, and this might be news to those who only hear about this stuff in passing, is that they can be played using authentic copies of a game. So basically, these are modifications of an existing game. Modifications that can be applied to an existing game. While it is not legal to either distribute or obtain copies of ROMs, writing your own code is legal. Modifying your own legitimate copy of a game is your own business. You already paid for the game. You have done nothing wrong by downloading a patch and applying it. You haven't stolen anything when you already paid for the thing you supposedly stole, according to Nintendo and these companies that just don't get how this stuff works. However, the implication of this info Kit and Krista dropped are actually quite upsetting, beyond what I was just talking about. It's nothing new that a lot of game companies are against ROM hacks, but I guess now even our plain unmodified copies of games aren't safe. Apparently, if I buy a game, I can't just play it how I want to, which, you know, is what I thought the point of a video game was. So basically, these two suggested doing a fun challenge for the Nintendo Minute show they were on, and in response, they almost lost their jobs. What? What kind of insane reality is this? How is asking a question about what or what not to do on their own show a fireable offense? Am I missing something? What part of playing a video game and how you want to is wrong? What part of it is in any way harmful to a company's image? And why should I not be allowed to play my legitimate copy on a legitimate piece of hardware with zero unauthorized modifications? Well, I have some good news. There isn't anything they can do to stop us. These idiots in business suits think that they can tell us how to consume our entertainment? They are wrong. They have nothing. If they tried to prevent us from doing anything involving Nuzlocke gameplay, that would involve removing core features of what makes Pokémon playable at even the most basic, casual level. So for those that are worried about their challenge runs, don't worry. Do your Nuzlockes, have fun, and know that in the future games, if they try removing anything core to Nuzlockes, they're shooting themselves in the foot, not you. As for Kit and Krista, apparently they're starting a podcast, which I will definitely be checking out, assuming it's as good and interesting as what I got in this short little bit I just talked about. It's not every day you can get the perspective of ordinary people who are fans who also happen to work directly with Nintendo. Get ready, because I have a lot coming out soon. I don't think this news should affect my thoughts on the new Scarlet and Violet games. I mean, game development is a team effort. And just because some idiots at the corporate level think something, doesn't mean everyone working at Pokemon Company does. Say what you will about Game Freak, but they already released Legends Arceus this year, and they're about to release the Gen 9 games within the same year. It's not like they're sitting around not working on anything. I feel perfectly fine supporting them when I get Scarlet and Violet on day one. I've got a lot of Scarlet and Violet news to talk about in the meantime, so until then, looks like Bean Dude's signing off again.